Hi, I'm Bart Hanson, the owner and operator of CrushLivePoker.com. The following hand comes from our call-in show that we record at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Time every Monday. If you want to call in your hand, check out the phone number in the description.
Okay, 2-5, 1,000 effective,
Okay.
1,000 cap.
Mm-hmm.
Villain and I are about around 1,000 effective. I open up UTG 1 with pocket eights. I open up for 25.
Okay.
And it's pretty standard for the table,
Yep.
early positions. And I get a caller in MP and get a caller on the button, and the small blind calls and the big blind folds. So we go four ways.
Okay.
Flop comes ace, jack, 8, rainbow.
Okay.
And
So you flop bottom set.
yeah, bottom
Okay.
set. Yep.
Yep.
I lead out for 60
Yep.
to 100. You like the sizing? Too
Yeah.
large, too small?
No, it's fine. I'm 60 into like 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so MP calls
Okay.
60. He's got about like 600 left, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then the button folds, and it comes back to the small blind, and he check raises at 250.
So what's the deal with the small blind? Is he a wreck? Is he?
Yeah, he's probably one of the more competent reps there.
Uh-huh.
Only plays 2-5. I have kind of a history with him. He's probably one of the most competent players at the table.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely can get aggro. I mean, obviously, I don't see any draws. At this point, I'm thinking that he's probably playing top two here.
I was going to say, I mean, that's what jumps out at me is ace jack. I mean, there's a possibility that he could have jacks here too. You probably can't really go wrong with the way that you're going to play this hand. I mean, at this level, it's very unlikely that someone's going to, you know, 3-bet fold ace jack with a check raise. You could also call. There really aren't many draws out there.
Right.
And then just, there's not really that many cards that are going to scare ace jack all that much, with maybe the exception of a king or a queen. If you call, pot's going to be about 400, and he's going to have about 800 left, so he's probably going to make a substantial bet on the turn. So I could sort of see calling. You've got the MP1 who's called in there too, who could have an ace, and obviously could have a hand like 9-10 or queen 10, which is double gutted, or king 10. But I mean, usually my default in these lower games is actually to like fast play. Like you could just make it like 350. That's fine. In a higher game where you're kind of more concerned about balancing your lines, you might call. But so you made so small blind to 150.
Well, no, 250.
Oh, to 250. I thought it was to 150. Yeah. Oh, 250.
No, 250. Yeah.
Well, then,
and that's kind of like, I mean, I was like, okay, well, if he's got a set of jacks, and this is a cooler. But what immediately stood out was like top two here.
Right, of course.
And I don't think that, okay, so this is kind of where my question came into play. I was like, okay, well, I can flat here, but I mean, my hand's going to look so strong if I flat here. I don't know if NP is going to call. And if MP is going to go with his hand, I think he's just going to go with his hand because it's pretty much half of his stack on the raise anyways. I think a lot of the times at our games, from what I witnessed, a lot of people on this dry board will just like flat and just like smash somebody on the turn. I didn't want to give the small blind an opportunity to get away from his hand, so I clicked it back on him.
Okay.
I clicked it back to 5.25.
I mean, I had thought in the beginning that it was 150. Now that it's 250, I might lean more towards a flat because I don't think MP is ever really going to come along with a draw, so you don't really have to protect it against anything when it goes 60 to 250 call. When you click it back, it does show a lot of strength. At the same time, ace jack's probably still not going to get away from it, but now that the raise was probably 250, I probably would lean more towards a call, but I don't think that this is all that bad at this level, up to 525.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of known as like one of the tighter players at the table, and I just wanted to make him think that I was like overplaying like ace king, ace queen at this point.
Yeah, but you would never do that with ace king, ace queen. That's the value of flatting there, because you're not going to just dump ace king necessarily. I mean, I have dumped ace king before in this spot to a single check raise if you know the guy, but you would never 3-bet back with ace king.
No.
So
No.
That's why I
No,
probably
I
lean
just
a little bit more towards a flat.
yeah, okay. Well, that was my biggest thing, and I mean, I clicked it back to 5 1/4,
Uh-huh.
kind of fast played, and then the MP he pretty much just snap folds,
Okay.
and the blind he ships, and I snap call, and lo and behold, he's got ace jack. My thing was yeah, I know it's a pretty strong line, and my other question was was it flatting there better because it's a dry board? And the only hand that I have to worry about, I mean, the only turn cards is like a queen or a king. So, I mean, the board ran out. It was brick. So,
I mean, the other thing
I
too
ended up
is
winning.
that how you remember. I mean, you raised from UTG1. The small
Yeah.
blind really. I mean, they might not be at this level, but one of the things about paying attention to configuration, the small blind really shouldn't check raise like Queen 10 there. Now, Queen 10 is the obvious hand. Queen 10 suited is the obvious double gut hand. That's a draw. But like
Yeah.
when UTG1 opens and c bets that board, I
Yeah.
mean, Queen 10 is a pretty light check raise, I think, from small blind. I mean, it's one thing if you were in later position and you opened and you can put that Queen 10 into a check raise range, but I mean, I guess it's possible. I just wouldn't be scared of much. Put it that way. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no,
But
no.
to that
I
sizing,
wasn't scared of much, and I put him on top two, which is exactly what he had. And I just kind of wanted a fast play to get stacks, and I didn't want to give him an opportunity to really get away from it.
hmm
I mean,
what
maybe
was
he
the so
shuts
what was the
down and
turn
misses.
anyways? Do you remember what the turn
The
was?
turn was like a five of spades, and the
So
river was like a queen of diamonds.
yeah,
So he would, yeah. I mean, we'd have probably been getting it on the turn regardless, but I just didn't want to give him an opportunity to get away from his hand. But I mean, if you're in his position, do you ever check raise top two there against the UTG opener that's betting into the field?
I might do it, and I might do it smaller. Yeah,
That's okay.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, no. That's yeah. I mean, I just thought the sizing. I felt that he was just overplaying his hand a little too much with the sizing. I mean,
I
I
mean,
don't know. It's
again,
just
like
like
from a theoretical perspective, and again, I'm sort of
right,
learning this stuff too, playing much higher and going along with it. Like, if you don't have many bluffs, then he probably shouldn't check raise a whole lot with value because I can't
right,
really construct a whole lot of bluffing hands in this spot multi-way. Like I said,
right.
Queen 10 with a backdoor flush draw, I guess possibly 9-10, but that stuff sort of goes out a little bit out the window when playing 2-5. I mean, actually, it goes
Right.
entirely out the window. I wouldn't be
Right.
concerned about having only value with a check raise range when your opponents aren't capable of folding. So,
So general rule of thumb, probably just best to flatten that situation, kind of let him hang himself on the turn,
I
essentially.
think with that sizing, I would call because, like I said, you
Okay.
got to think about how you would play Ace King. You know what I mean?
Right.
And yeah, you're never gonna click back Ace King. So
Right.
so you just gotta let the guy hang himself a little bit. But anyways, and also too like some sort of like hero fold with like Ace Eight. You know what I mean? Like if you check raised like Ace
Yeah,
Eight
that's
and you clicked it
true.
back,
Yeah.
and he loses
Hmm.
to like Jacks and Ace Jack,
Right.
something like
Right.
that. But anyways, thanks for the call. Hey guys, if you like what you've seen here, please click on the subscribe button and you'll get notified every time we put up a new video. And if you want to check out crushlivepoker.com for the first month free, use the code YTA100. Click on the link right there.